It was about 40 degrees at midnight. It just cracked daylight now, about 7. The northbound came in a couple of hours ago and just left. Dropped all them cars on the left. And that engine right there, that's that one they parked there. They had used it down in Eastman. And the crew got off it. Got into a crew wagon. I kept thinking the southbound should have been in about now. I thought it was going to come in the siding, but it's probably in the siding up ahead of this one. About 18 miles. So the northbound has to go that 18 miles first, and then the southbound will leave out of that siding, and then 18 miles to us. So about an hour he should be pulling in. It's still snow misting right now. Anyway, I'm kind of sheltered out of the wind right in here. Yeah, it's kind of starting to snow a little now. Yeah, I'm gonna show, I finally saved up enough and got myself a good knife. The case, it's got the copper hinge in it. I just love the color of it. I ain't had a case since my dad gave me one in like middle school. Anyway, yeah, this southbound's running a little late today. Of course, no trains really run on a schedule. Some of the smaller railroads that see 1 or 2 trains a day, they can run on schedule sometimes, but it all depends on the commodity, the mail, the commerce, the product. Yeah, right where that engine is down there in the middle, that's about where the yard office is. It's been about an hour since that first clip. Yep, 30% chance of snow today. 70% wrong. Yeah, it's another hour gone by. It's almost 9. I don't know where that car was. It was over there. It's facing north. The snow quit. My train will be coming around that corner there whenever. Be coming around the mountain when when she comes. But at least it quit snowing. I keep checking this signal. Both red. Yeah, this guy in this truck over here. I don't see him now. He asked me, did I work for CSX? And I thought he was a tattletale or something, so I told him, yeah, I'm a signalman, checking the signals. And he blabbed something. I couldn't quite make out what he said. Something about a fence and a key. So I just kept going, okay, yeah, all right, sure. So I don't know what in the world he was talking about. Well, the dew point went back down. Not near as humid as it was. Yeah, I don't know where that guy went in that white truck. But yeah, I'm sitting right behind that box right there. That stuff on the right goes to Eastman Chemical Company, and all the incoming and outgoing cuts get set right here. But that stuff on the right will go into Eastman later. I think that's that crummy down there. It might not be. Anyway, hey, check this out. Shoestring glow in the dark paint pen. I wish I knew where the fella got this that sent it to me. I'll have to demonstrate it whenever it gets dark. Alright, I just talked to a worker. My train, the 693, the Q693 is about 10 or 20 minutes out. It's really late today, but this right here is the 692X. The X is when they have to run two of them north. The first one will be the 692, and the second one, which is this one, is the 692X. If they get a bunch of extra freight, they'll run two trains. But my train will be coming in this way. An N train just went by, coal. Shouldn't be much longer. It looks like I'll be able to get some video riding today, if I find a ride. Alright, here's the 693. Pretty late, but I don't know how much video I'm going to be able to get with the daylight left. That's my train. It's a good ride too. A lot of grain. he'll pull up all the way to the other signal, about another 3/4 of a mile before it stopped. Gondola, I'm so happy inside. He may have left part of the train back. No. Shit, I got a long walk. Yeah, I was thinking back earlier, back when my first few years out here, like third, second, fourth year out riding, all that I've been through up till now, all the hardships and all the fun, all the trials and tribulations. I was thinking, I wonder if I had it to do all over again, would I? Yes and no. There's no way in hell I'd ever want to go back through all that hardship. Yet at the same time, I wouldn't miss any of it for the world. On the other flip side of the coin, the good. I can still remember back, like my second year out here, I was in Pueblo, Colorado. Back then it was Burlington Northern. I had just met a traveler. He had never ridden a train before, and this was like maybe June, I guess, of 91, 92, and we got down to the yard waiting on that train that goes to Grand Junction along the Arkansas River through Tennessee Pass to Roper Yard in South Salt Lake. Goes to Grand Junction along that famous Arkansas River Canyon, and the bull rolled up on us and got our butts. And of course, when the bull gets you, he always asks for your ID. That way he can run an NCIC nationwide warrant check on you. And when he got to my information on there, he goes, July 12th. Wow, that's my birthday, the bull says. And the guy I had met, he goes, when? July 12th? That's my birthday. So it was me and that traveler guy and the bull's birthday all on the same day, July 12th. But usually when I run into somebody who's never ridden, I take them out on their first ride. After that first ride, they're so dang beat, they never want to look at a train again. Because in my videos, I don't ever show the hardship. Every time I have a clip in the video, it's always walking to the train or riding on the train. But it's not for everybody. I think if anybody came out here thinking they wanted to ride trains, they'd just give up. I don't know, it just takes a certain demeanor, a way of thinking, a way of enjoyment. I don't know, maybe the way you process things, process pain different. But yeah, that 693 that went by. I went down and finally got to that last car. It was in that last clip. Walked all. It was only like 35, 40 cars long. Usually it's about 100 cars long. So they just didn't have a lot of freight that day coming out of Cincinnati. I did find a ride, got up on it, had about a foot of snow on the end of that grainer. Got in the hole. They pulled up. I thought we were gone. And they backed it down into a yard track. And I could hear them tightening the brakes. I knew they were tying that train down then. They just didn't have enough cars to go on further south towards Spartanburg and Savannah. So I got off. It's the next day now. So anyway, I was gonna show a new spot I found. A lot better now that the sun is out. Can't even really see back here. I broke a bunch of limbs and stuff back because all this was filled in, and I chopped a little bit out with a machete. But it's quiet back in here. There is a house right there, but that's all. So, still waiting on the train. The next clip will be the train ride. Well, I was going to kind of show a little bit about where we are. You get out here to the tracks. Oh my God, sun feels good. Man. Anyway, it's facing north. Now my train will be coming around that corner there, heading towards me. It'll pass by, doing maybe 10, 12 miles an hour, because he's got to stop. Because 3/4 of a mile up is the yard office where they crew change. Around that corner to the right. So 3/4 of a mile from the head end where they stop puts us 3/4 of the way back to a mile right here at my spot. So you're kind of on near the tail end of the train when it finally stops. Right in here. You know, back in the day, the old timers, the real hardcore drivers, what you learned was kind of myth and speculation about how trains operated and where and what. But back when I first started riding, I'd hear a lot of people say, well, today's Sunday, the freights aren't going to be riding as much. There ain't going to be as much traffic because it's Sunday. No, that's baloney. 7 days a week, freight travels. Just because it's Sunday doesn't mean people stop consuming goods. It's the lifeblood of who we are. Freight that rolls on rails is, you stop it one day, you throw everything off. 1/7. So, because people consume goods on Sunday, so if you stopped or slowed freight on Sunday, that would only back everything up a whole day. Nah. So, kind of just waiting. It's gone from partly cloudy to partly sunny. Seems like all the clouds are in a dang row from where I'm at. Oh, come on, son. Oh, I didn't even see that house. Deaf as I am, it probably seems like I'm yelling my head off. They probably hear somebody and can't figure out where I'm at. Yeah, I was going to show you a cool little thermometer someone sent me. It's a little clip, but it's got a thermometer on it. Yeah, it's in a digital one too, but I gotta get a battery for it. Let's see, I was gonna show my new train stickers. Yeah, that where I was born in Texas and where I love Alaska. Yeah, it's a signalman. I got some more stickers coming too. I'm gonna finish decking out my bucket. I got a 67 Victor helicopter mechanic sticker coming too. It just hadn't come yet. That was my MOS 67 Victor. I took my AIT in Fort Rucker, Alabama, and Fort Eustis, Virginia. I did 21 weeks Fort Eustis, 8 weeks Fort Rucker. Fort Rucker, I think, is the aviation school of the U.S. still. But yeah, I can't wait till that one comes. Put them next to each other. I may move over here under that pine tree. That long pine. I love laying on pine needles. See how nice it is up under there? I don't know, when I'm out here, I don't know, my mood is different. I'm not around any man-made crap. Everything's natural, fresh air, sunshine, and being like slightly autistic. You look at autistic people and people with Asperger's syndrome, you'll notice they all have a certain rhythm, physical rhythm, that they're most comfortable with. My lips are cold. A certain rhythm pattern that they're most comfortable at. Like you see autistic people rocking a lot, or they'll do their body a certain way. Well, when I'm on a freight train, I don't know, it's the rhythm and the vibration and the sway and the noise and the sounds that's my most comfortable. That's why this to me is so addicting, why I cannot live without freight trains. Just that motion. I don't know, I just feel at ease. That's the only thing I've ever done that I'm truly comfortable with. I probably feel like a normal person feels all the time when I'm out here. I don't know if any of that made sense, but that's the clearest way I know to explain it. Oh man, look at that sunshine. Oh Lord, yeah, I'm gonna go move under that pine tree. That way, I don't know, I just like the smell too. Alright, under the pine tree now. Looks like they trimmed it back. I wonder why. Probably to see the hobos underneath. Yeah, look at that. Not as thick as I thought. Yeah, there's something I'm hearing in my, when I review my video, I'm hearing this. And I cannot figure out what it is. The only thing I can think of is I'm holding that tripod. I got a little 3-legged tripod I'm holding my camera on. And I moved my hand back and forth real slow, and I feel slip, grip. I'm thinking it might be my gloves, so I'm going to do an experiment. My fingers aren't slipping and gripping now. I'm being as steady as I can. Now I'm going to move my fingers. You hear that? Well, I'm not going to know. Alright, now I'm not. I'm holding it real steady. Now I'm moving. It might be those 3 legs touching. They're rubber on the bottom. Maybe that's... Well, I guess when I review this one, I'll know. I'm going to try several things to see if I can make that better. Alright, now my thumb's slipping a little. Now it's not. Now it is. Now it's not. So I'll see how that goes. Man, there's plenty of firewood. They really emptied the yard out. My God, thank you, God, for the sunshine. Oh, I gotta train myself how to keep from doing that slip grip, that cut right there. That's likely gonna be the northbound cut. I hadn't checked it out yet to see what the angle cock's turned on it or not. Man, that's a mansion, that house. I didn't know the thing was even there until a while ago. The only bad thing about this spot, the crew on the trains can look right square down there. I might just duck and hide under that broken limb. Man, they just did this. They just cut all these out. So maybe it was because people were hiding back here. Nah, there's no evidence of anybody waiting for a train here. There's a little garbage, but it blew in from somewhere else. Usually when you see a camp, there's always been somebody there that leaves trash. So I always clean it up if it ain't too bad. And if it's a spot we always use, I'll definitely clean it up. But this looks like stuff that's just blowed in. Yeah, the river's down there. So yeah, if I gotta spend another night here, I'll just get me a fire going. But anyway, oh, there's 3 pine trees here. It looked like one from back over there. Well, I figured since the main line is beyond 100 foot, put my glasses on. Anything beyond 100 foot, I can see better with them. But as far as like close up, I really don't help. But I can see a lot better beyond 100 foot. And from here, I got a good 20 car span for picking out a new ride when it comes in. But, you know, a lot of people ask me, do I carry a gun? I did for a while, but after I learned that if you get caught with a firearm on federal property, you're gonna do a long time in jail. So I haven't, once I learned that in about 1999, and kind of remind me back. Back then it was Burlington Northern. I caught out of Cheyenne and rode up through Casper along Highway 26 up through Thermopolis, Warland, and Gray Bull. That line runs up. It's a connector line off the UP in Cheyenne that goes up between the Bighorn Mountains and Rockies. It links up 12 miles west of Billings in the little town of Laurel. You can look on Google Maps at that Laurel, Montana yard. From there it turns into MRL, Montana Rail Link, and they run from Laurel to Sand Point, Idaho, and there it connects back with BN at Sand Point. But you split there too. You can take the High Line from Sand Point. That's back then it was Burlington Northern, but BNSF now, and then that runs back east towards Minot, Fargo, where I was last summer. But it's that kind of a lower link, low line. But I'd gotten off the train in Gray Bull, Wyoming, just north of Warland, and went into a bar, have a couple of beers. And I met a fellow in there that was going to Billings. He was driving. And I don't know, I probably had 6 or 8 beers, and I don't know how many he had. He asked me had I ever went target practicing. I'm like, no, not really. Not like out in the wild. I've shot at man-made targets. He goes, let's go take a drive. And he was a pretty cool guy. We went, God, we must have drove 3 hours to get up. We was probably 8,000 foot up in the Bighorn Mountains. I mean, we was going down farm roads. It was so high up. And we finally got to a point where there was this big bluff we could use to shoot at certain spots on that cliff wall. And he had one of them old musket guns. It had an octagon shaped barrel. I don't know what caliber it is, but they must have been that big, them lead spears. And you had to pour the gunpowder down in the barrel and put that little sleeve, and then drop your slug in there, and then pack it down. That thing must have weighed, God, 8 or 10 pounds. Man, when I pulled the trigger on that thing, I thought the damn gun exploded. It knocked me back a good 3 foot. But after I'd shot and got up, he was like, man, you pretty good shot. Man, that was the biggest gun I ever fired, I think, out in the wild. But I like Gray Bull. Gray Bull's always been real good to me, all along that line. Yeah, I'm at a point where I can see 30 cars. See what I mean? When it comes in the stops, I can watch everything coming in, and I'm hiding down below that chopped off limb. So my train comes in, he'll be coming from there, going up to crew change. Well, almost dark, about another 30 minutes. Still no train. Been about, I don't know, 8 or 9 hours. There's been one northbound and no southbound. But when they do start running, they're going to be like back to back. I call it opening the gate. Usually when you have a long stretch where there ain't any train traffic, when you finally do see one, there's going to be 2, then 3, then 4. So if in the next clip it's dark or I'm on the train, it'll be because the train came when it was dark. So I was going to film walking over to the train and picking out a car, but if it's dark I won't be able to show that. I will catch from right here about where that tank car is. That 20-30 car stretch right here. But if it gets dark, I'm not going to be able to see but one car at a time. Alright, this may be my train. I gotta kind of hide. No, it's I am. I'll see how it looks. I hate riding it, but yeah, he's on the right track. Really nowhere to ride on them well cars. They make them different than they used to. Maybe he'll have some Viking ships. I still haven't found one of them to show on a video what Viking ships are. He may have some DPUs. He's almost up to the crew change office. See, there ain't no floor in them. That's what riding suicide is. That's why they call it that. Really? Man, I feel sorry for the hobo that finds them and thinks he found a new pair of shoes. Well, crap. Oh, well. Well, it got dark on me. So, I found a place kind of down by the river, but by the tracks right there. So, I had to go up to that little store. My God, it was Mount Kilimanjaro climbing up that hill, but I had to get some more water. I already went through a gallon today, and a couple of Powerades and a cookies and cream Twix. So I can see I gotta fill that back up. But anyway, it looks like it'll be dark when I get on the train. Well, good morning. Yeah, I just rolled out after it got dark on me. I went to sleep about 9. It got down to about 18 last night. My water froze up about halfway. Supposed to get 50 degrees today, but tomorrow it's supposed to be like 100% chance of rain, so I've got to get out of here. I can't roll out again. After I rolled out about 3 a.m., a train came in and stopped. Now, had I not been rolled out, I could have caught it, but I was sleeping good. Had I tried to catch it, by the time I got everything packed away, I wouldn't have had time to go down there and get on it. But that cut of cars there never got picked up. So they'll probably be grabbing them today. That's northbound cut, going the opposite way. I'm thinking about going and getting some coffee. There's a store up this hill not too far, that big Kilimanjaro hill I was talking about last night. But you almost need an escalator to get up that thing. It's like a 30% grade going up. I don't know how cars even go up that in the wintertime. I don't even think a Volkswagen Bug would get up that in the summer. But yeah, I didn't bring all my gear like I usually do, so I don't have my stove with me. But yeah, rain all day tomorrow, so I gotta get out of here today. I'm scared to go to the store because it'd be my luck. It happens every time. When you're gone, something comes. I'd hate to be up at that store and miss my chance, but I think I'll give it a shot. Alright, this may be me. Junk. Yeah, this is my train here. I gotta try to get my pack on with this phone recording and keep my eye on what cars are coming in. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start walking. may gonna be work this train. So, oh my God, I see an open boxcar, I think. Maybe not. Well, I'm gonna turn the camera off so I can get in a better position. All right, got a boxcar open. Need my bucket. I could use the side of this car here. Hell yeah. Now it don't matter if it rains tomorrow. Finally got a hobo hotel. Let me spike that door. I gotta turn the camera off. Well, I got that door spiked for now. I just took a long piece of creosote, nailed down in there. It ain't going nowhere, but I'll just keep my eye on it. I got a railroad spike. Once we get going, I'll bang that down in that track. But they got an airbag in here. They air these up to 8 psi, 8 pounds per square inch, and they puff up like a marshmallow, and they put them in between loads, that way to hold the load secure. But it's almost like a swimming pool type, visqueen type, woven like fiberglass, but it's malleable. Oh yeah, I got that door a little more open, but that's fine with me. Now I got a tag. Yeah, I blew up my Sleeping Go air mat. It takes about 20 breaths to blow it up tight, but I use it as a daytime thing to lay on so I don't have to roll out that. Got a bag on a bag. He's aired up, so we should be pulling any time. All right, we're rolling finally. into the yard in Knoxville. I gotta get off. They're yarding this train. Yeah, I had to bail off. Shit, we're going down in the yard. I gotta get off property. We're kind of close to the tower. Well, there's the entrance to the John Sevier yard in Knoxville. I just come up the road right there. I went right by the yard office there. All the company vehicles are down and around the corner in the parking lot. No one's seen me that I know of. But I ain't ever been yarded here since the yard closed. So they're obviously doing some switching in here, local stuff. But I ain't ever had a whole damn train. Man, I was getting scared. I thought, oh my God, I'm gonna have to hop 918 rows of cars to get out of here. But my luck, he went on that outside rail into the arrival yard. So. But I made it off property without no one really saying anything.